the most of course thing that we need to do is to add links to these individual categories. So we need to put on some links to it. That is why we need to get back to our project, and here first of all let's add some link. There it goes. We need to put a link at it. Here, and in the first case now this is the part where we need to put some individual link here, and we need to apply some common sense right over here. The first thing is we need to get the exact category link of each and individual categories which is being returned by WordPress to us. So we need to retrieve all those links first, and then we need to assign them against each of the categories properly which is being returned to us. This is the main objective that we are looking for. So in the first case, all we are going to do, we are going to get the category link here. So in the first case, we will be retrieving the category link which is being assigned to us. So this is the WordPress function which practically returns the link to the corresponding category. This is the first function that we need to use right over here, and inside this time, instead of leaving it null or leaving it empty, all we are going to do, we are going to make usage of the category name, as we have set $cat as category. So we are making usage of it here, and all we are going to need here, we will be needing this term ID. So here it goes. Press Ctrl S. Now if we get back to our project and if we reload, and we can see that everything comes back right into order. Now have a look into this URL address bar. As we are into this index page, it is showing you empty. But if we now click any of these categories here, for say I'm clicking on this subl link, and we can see here that the proper WordPress category is now returned to us. Now this is a different issue, that we cannot view any content here. This is a very much separate issue. We will be overcoming this individual problem. But first of all, you need to get assured that your WordPress function is returning all those links which we wish to visit. And we can see that we had clicked on this subl category, and right now we are into this subl category page. So every single posts under this subl category, those should be displayed right over here. We will be treating it later, but first of all, let's finish up what we have started. So we are getting back to home, and here we can see that this is the result. We have assigned the proper link to all of these individual categories here. Now the next thing remains is to perfectly synchronize them into a proper display. So let's head back to this functions.php, and here instead of returning this output, all we are going to do, this is the declared time and this is the output. So the summoned output, I'll be returning some summoned timestamp here. So that is why. So all we are going to do first of all, we are going to declare a variable which is known as summoned posts or summoned display. This should be the name of the variable. In the first case, we will be needing this individual variable here. So we will be copying it and we will be pasting it right over here in the first case, and then all we need to do, we need to trim our output here. Now why trimming? First of all, separator, And all we are now going to do, we are going to make usage of it right over here. We will be copying it and we will be pasting it here. Sum on display. Okay. Now, what exactly this trim function is doing right over here? Before we reload, you may see that all these commas, this comma is practically appearing at the end of the last category returned. But this is what we do not wish to display. We want that the commas will be present between each categories, but at the last category which is returned, it won't be containing any single comma right over here. So that is why we had placed this trim function, we had made usage of this trim function, which is practically going to trim out every single last comma present into the category which is being returned by the WordPress. So we have already done it over here, and this is what it is supposed to do. Now if we get back to our page and if we reload, we can see that the last comma is now gone. There's practically no space or no comma present into this last category testing here. Same thing goes for this sub and same thing goes for these others. So this is why we will be making usage of this trim output here, and in the next case we need to put a definite gap between this other name display and this individual output of the categories which is returned to us. So that is why we may declare it right over here like this one. There it goes. Reload, and you can see that this will be the result. And another thing, we need to add link to this individual other name right over here.